Up looking this morning, Amit?
Green almost everywhere, Suyash. Good morning. The Dow Jones closed last week at 0.35% in the positive. S&P 500 closed in the positive at 1.07% in the positive. Nasdaq Composite closed in the positive at 1.74%. Coming to the European markets, Stock 600 closed at 0.01% in the positive. Hang Seng today is slightly in the negative this morning at minus 0.12%. Nikkei, although, is in the positive at 0.6%.
All right, and Indian markets have also had a good start to the Monday morning, and Nifty in fact has opened above the 21,900 mark. This Monday morning. We have actually fallen from those levels. We are seeing a bit of a profit taking at higher levels, where Nifty as of 9:30 a.m. was trading below the 21,900 mark. And overall the sentiment is looking rather bullish. As you can see on your screen, Nifty is up 0.08%, and these numbers are as of 9:30 a.m. this morning. It was at around 21,870 mark. Sensex was also trading flat with a positive bias, but is trading above the 72,000 mark, just below the 72,100 levels. The broader markets now, they are also showing significant strength. The mid cap index is at it's at a record high. It's up 0.5% as well. The small cap index is the strongest segment of the market. Now that's trading about 0.91% higher at 16,426 mark. The index has also claimed a lifetime high. And India VIX, now that is seeing a sharp spike. Remember, last week post budget we had seen a decline in India VIX because there was some clarity as as far as both the what's going to happen on the policy front from the US Fed. They decided to maintain their interest rates at 5.25 to 5.5%, and the interim budget was out of the way. Again, we are in the midst of the earnings season, so expect a little bit of a volatility going forward as well. But as you can see on your screen, India VIX 9:30 a.m. this morning was up 8%, almost back at 16 levels. So there is, the market, it seems that it's getting jittery at higher levels. Let's also look at some of the sectors and how they are doing this morning. Nifty Bank, was the recovered, like it snapped its 4-week losing streak last week, but we had seen about a 1,000 point cut from that intraday high of Friday, and it ended about below the 46,000 mark. Even today, this morning, it's trading with a slight cut of about 0.2%, and it's below it's still below the 46,000 levels. Again, the IT pack is trading flat. It's up 0.03% as of 9:30 a.m. this morning. The auto sector, now that seems to be the strongest segment of the market. In fact, Nifty Auto is now at an all-time high level. It's up about 2% or so. And again, remember the Tata Motors numbers were a big beat, and we are seeing some bit of a rally. In fact, the stock was up 7% this morning, and it's again at a lifetime high. So the sentiment overall is being driven by the stock of Tata Motors. After a big Q3 beat, as we speak, the stock, as I mentioned, is up 7.5% as well. The FMCG pack is also trading in the green. It's up 0.4% this morning. Pharma stocks continue to take market higher. They have been the outperformers in 2024. The pharma pack on the whole is up 1.15% this morning. The metal pack is also showing good bit of strength this morning. Has been choppy in 2024, but on Monday morning, it's trading up 0.77%, and realty stocks and media stocks, now they are also trading with the gains of about 1% or so. But with that, let's also bring on board Avni Bhatt, Senior Vice President at GM Financial. Now, Avni, overall the week that went by was a positive one. We snapped the 2-week losing streak on Nifty, but I think technical analysts would appreciate the formation of a shooting star pattern and a double top pattern on the daily price charts of Nifty. Both are bearish signals, and we are seeing a little bit of a dip this morning as well. What's your overall assessment of the market? Can we reclaim 22,000 in the coming sessions, or some bit of a consolidation is going to take place this week?
Good morning, Suyash, and a very good morning to all the viewers as well. So yes, the kind of move that we have seen on Friday, especially in Bank Nifty, is unprecedented. The kind of pace with which the moves have been happening. So first, I'll talk about Bank Nifty here. What happened is there was a resistance of 46,200 level, which was, I mean, Bank Nifty opened above that, and immediately 46,600, which is the crucial resistance for the month, that was also surpassed. It went up to the resistance level of almost close to 46,900, and immediately we saw the selling pressure also coming in on the same day, and the close was on the negative note. So it's a very, very negative sign as far as the daily trading pattern is concerned. So Bank Nifty, now the crucial support remains to be at 45,700. In case if it breaches 45,700, then we are looking at an intermediate support of 45,400 on the downside. But eventually the very, very important support level that Bank Nifty has to hold is around 45,000. On the upside, only above a decisive close above 46,600 will we see Bank Nifty coming out of the woods and moving up to around 47 to 4 and above that also. So 46,600, very crucial level. Bank Nifty has to close above that. Until then, we'll see this kind of volatile movement and Bank Nifty wandering around directionlessly in this range of 45,500 to on the upside 46,600. Now, Nifty comparatively, week on week basis, we have seen a good long built up, not just short covering. So, Nifty is in a better shape as far as the trading view is concerned. And but again, it has come back to its original band of 22,000 on the upside, and on the downside, the support has come up to 21,700. So in case of 21,700 is breached, it may go down further to 21,500, which is a very good support base that has been formed around those levels. So Nifty, I would suggest that we can buy on dips in case of this current volatility takes Bank Nifty down to around 21,500. That will be a good buying opportunity. Sooner or later, we should be seeing the 22,000 mark being crossed, and on the upside, 22,200 level should be tested. So currently, this is the range. On the downside, 21,500. First support is at 21,700. And on the upside, it is 22,050 and 22,200.
All right, and one of the stocks that had been pushing market higher last week was Reliance Industries. RAL was up almost 8%, had registered one of its best week in 2 years, driving the market higher. In fact, it also scaled all-time high levels. What's your assessment of Reliance stock? More upside in the offing? Can we reclaim that 3,000 mark? In fact, it has not touched 3,000 levels ever. So is that a price target for the short term?
Definitely 3,000 is the psychological as well as the resistance that has been set by the option writers, the call writers. The good part is that Reliance has formed a very good base around 2,800 level. It had given a breakout about 2,800 and we saw a stupendous move up to around 2,940 on the upside last week. So the base is formed. Probably in some more consolidation around the 2860 to 2940, and then we should be heading towards 3,000 and probably 3,000 and above levels also. That could take some time, about a month's time. February series, 3,000 is the resistance. So view is definitely positive. After a huge consolidation, it has moved above this resistance zone of 2,800. So now that becomes the base. You should be looking at buying opportunities in this in case if there is any dip.
Good morning, Avni. The State Bank of India announced their Q3 results on Saturday, and their net profits fell by as much as 35% to 9,163. Though their total interest incomes jumped 22%, their net interest margins reduced by 1 basis point, standing at 3.28%. When I look at the stock, it is at around 650 this morning, not very far from its 52-week high of 660. What do you make of this stock? Even in the last 1 year, it has given about 19% or so returns, going up and down. Pretty choppy. How does one approach State Bank of India?
Good morning, Amit. So, SBI also has formed a base. So, all these stocks, I think the base has been formed for SBI. It is around 630 level after a huge consolidation, after a very good consolidation. It saw a dip also below that, and then it recovered, and now it's consolidating. Results have not been as per the expectations of the traders. So, we are not seeing any big up move here. 660 remains to be a crucial resistance, which is the 52-week high also. So the stock will gain momentum only if it closes above 660. Otherwise, currently, I feel for the February series, it should consolidate in the range of 630 to 660.
Okay. And what are your suggestions for our investors today, your picks?
So I'll like to go for updating the picks that we had given since last 2 weeks. The first stock is NTPC. Now in NTPC, we've been giving a buy call right from almost 305, 306 levels. And in last both the weeks, it was a buy trade. Now it has moved up to 230, 234 levels and above that. So again, it still remains to be a buy. The earlier target now becomes the support base. So stop loss, you can keep it at around 226, and we are looking at around 260 levels in a very short time. So now this time the bets are a little concentrated. Two stocks are from the PSE sector. First is NTPC, as I mentioned. The second one is Coal India. Now, Coal India also, I think most of these stocks have opened with a gap up, but we can look to buy on dips. So, Coal India would be my second pick. Around 414 to 415 is a good level to enter into the stock. On the upside, 445 and 460 will be the two targets, and 405 can be kept as a stop loss. The other two picks are from the metal sector. One is NMDC. It has seen a multi-year breakout, and after a consolidation of nearly 6 to 7 years. So this stock remains to be a buy for a huge target of around 260. And on the downside, stop loss can be maintained at 226. And lastly is the SAIL. SAIL, again, a very big consolidation on the verge of a multi-year breakout. So 125, 128 is a good range to enter into the stock for a target of 145 to 150 and a stop loss of 119. And lastly, on one stock from the auto sector, which has been quite ignored in past few sessions, which is TVS Motor. So TVS Motor also, the buying target would be somewhere around 2100 to 2110, the lifetime highs that it had tested a few weeks back. And a stop loss can be maintained at 1978. So these are the 5 picks for this week.
All right, that's the view coming in from Avni Bhatt. Ma'am, always a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you for joining us here on News9.
Thank you.
But with that, let's take a short break. On the other side, we'll be joined by Mr. Gaurang Shah of Geojit Financial Services.
$20,000 people dead and counting. What's happening in the United States of America is unprecedented. You will have to pay for this.
There's a new video around what deepfake can do.
We have seen a trailer of this a few days back.
Owners should not be only on the platform.
We'll have to wait and see how those play out.
Hindenburg's report cannot be taken as gospel of truth.
Bangalore traffic is an example of something that has gone wrong with our system.
We have more than 50 flyovers in Bangalore city. If flyover is a solution to traffic problem, Bangalore should not have traffic problem.
According to TomTom Traffic Index 2022, Bangalore is ranked as the second worst city in the world when it comes to traffic.
The speed limit